For the Fleetwood Challenge 2021, our design Plug and Play explores the opportunity of using prefabricated volumetric modules as part of an adaptive, resilient, mixed-use building typology in the built fabric of Geelong in Victoria. Plug and Play aims at addressing sustainability and resource scarcity and also looks at how off-site manufacturing and prefabrication can deliver effective solutions for this adaptive reuse and extension. On a macro scale, that includes the building layout and construction, all the way down to its micro scale, which looks at the potential of using prefabricated modules as movable plugins within apartment units. Why plug and play? And it achieves it as a form of using modules which are plugged into the site, and the idea trickles down to the micro scale where each individual apartment unit has plugins that are flexible furniture that the resident is free to play with. On a broader level, the entire design has the capacity to adapt itself to changing site and climatic conditions. On a social level, plug and play goes beyond what a typical monolithic building may do in an urban context. It introduces that factor of public engagement through entrepreneurship, which we see as a form of responsible building that diminishes the boundaries between the building and the fabric it sits in. About the context, it is an existing warehouse in Geelong, and we drew parallels between the transportation of materials, in our case, which are plugins, within the site. In our design process, with the 50 by 20 meter rectangular site, we condensed the building footprint as much as possible to open up views to the surrounding context. The backbone of our design are 3 vertical cores with vital functions within each of those cores that keep our design running, and where all the volumetric modules are plugged into these 3 vertical cores.
The ground floor proposal is a flexible and adaptable space that can cater to different user groups of varying sizes. The plugins are pre-designed and manufactured in the workshop on the northeastern side of the ground floor and stored in the storage space under the mezzanine. Overall, we have a flexible public realm under one roof. To further discuss the vertical cores, their purpose was to not only serve a structural function, but also to have dual purpose, and each of these 3 cores vary according to their location and size. For example, the central core, known as the move core, is where you'll find the transport and lifts for the building. So it includes a passenger lift, emergency fire staircase, and also a designated plug-in lift that will transport the plugins throughout the building to the apartment. The northern core, known as the growth core, is designed for vertical farming, and this functions vertically on an A-frame belt system that transports the vegetation through stages of growth, eventually reaching the rooftop in time for the vegetables to be harvested by the occupant. The northern core also collects northern sun, creating a solar chimney effect, cooling the ground floor. The southern core, known as the interact core, creates a significant icon of identity for the building itself, publicizing events and information to the general public while creating an aesthetic statement that can be appreciated both at day and night. To further discuss the plugins, they're a multifunctional and adaptable furniture system that allows habitants to use a space flexibly. These plugins are formed of 4 sub-plugins which are assembled and bolted together. These are manufactured in the workshop at the ground floor, as mentioned, and then moved to the units according to the user specifications. The building also includes a prefabricated skin, which encases the Jenga-like volumes to create a unified structure. This skin is placed in various areas of the building facade and acts as the merging element between the external environment and the CLT modules. The unified volumes allow for modularity to exist. The frame is a combination of aluminium and steel, and prefab panels are plugged in and out of this frame to respond to the environment. Through the use of Violux, a greater understanding of the solar impact on the building facade is understood, and this allows us the capability to place varying panels in response. There are mainly 4 varying options. For example, the north-facing panels are a combination of onyx clear solar glass, louvers, and a green canopy to collect the northern sun while maintaining a clear view to the bay, and accompanied by louvers to control wind flow and sunlight, as well as contributing to insulation and acoustics. Prefabricated roof, slotted in between the 3 main cores, the harvesting of the vertical farming occurs in this same area. The primary roof positioned above the central core area for solar panels, collect further sun, while being able to move rainwater down to the central core. Areas of the roof are left exposed and connect to the building skin, and this allows for an open system that can maintain a connection with the sky and increase natural ventilation.